were the real reasons for my depression, for most of my life. But until God woke me up, I kept trying to fix the circumstances of my life. If I can just make more money, if I can just have decent friends, if I can just have a great love life, I was trying to fix all of that, not realizing that the real problem was something totally different. Okay. All right. However, things changed in my life that day that I decided I was done with the mess. Okay. The word decide actually means to cut. It means to cut out all other options. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I made that decision, I had no idea how I was going to bring it to pass. I had no idea how I was going to overcome this giant demon of depression that had plagued me for 40 years of my life. I did not know how. All I knew was I was done. Okay. Have any of you ever been at that point in your life with something you were like, I am done with this mess. I don't care how. I don't care what it takes. I don't care how much it costs. I don't have to care if I have to fly to Guadalajara. Whatever it is, I'm going to get through this mess because I'm done. All right. When you get to that point, that is when God can use you and can work with you. And I want to tell you why, because it has everything to do with the dominion that he's given you over your own life. All right. So with that day that I decided I would no longer be depressed another day in my life, that decision opened the door for the process of healing and restoration. 15 years looking back, I was actually depressed because I believed I was a failure and I had a fear of failure. I was actually depressed because I truly believed that nobody loved me and that I would never actually experience real love. I was actually depressed because I was struggling with self-hatred, self-condemnation, self-criticism, self-loathing and abasement. And I was actually depressed because of this sense of worthlessness and unworthiness that were like gnawing at my soul. I was really depressed because deep down underneath it all, I knew that Jesus loved me because that's what the Bible said, right? But I didn't feel any internal agreement with that. I don't know how to explain that. I knew that in my head, but I couldn't feel it in the depth of my gut, right? I was actually depressed because, and this is true, my mom, you have to understand she was demonically possessed. My mother wasn't just mentally ill, she was demonically possessed, okay? But because of the way she treated me, I believe that she hated me and had completely rejected me. I was actually depressed because I felt alone and rejected all the time. I was actually depressed because I saw no way for me to win in life. I was actually depressed because I was constantly grieving the loss of my father. My mom did a lot to separate us. That's something that narcissists do. They will separate you from people that actually love you or could help you or could rescue you. I was actually depressed because of how my mother had hated and betrayed me. I was actually depressed because I believed that I couldn't do anything right. All right. Those things were the real reasons for my depression, for most of my life. But until God woke me up, I kept trying to fix the circumstances of my life. If I can just make more money, if I can just have decent friends, if I can just have a great love life, I was trying to fix all of that, not realizing that the real problem was something totally different. Okay.
What if I told you the biggest thing holding you back isn't what's happening to you, but what's happening inside of you? Listen, most people are stuck, not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they're operating from an unseen matrix, a web of subconscious lies planted by culture, upbringing, and trauma. And until you dismantle that false programming, you will never walk into the fullness of who God created you to be. So you keep hitting invisible barriers no matter how hard you push forward. You battle fear, shame, or unworthiness, and you don't even know why. You've prayed, fasted, and fought, but something still has a hold on you. That's why you must attend the Unseen Matrix, Dismantling Subconscious Lies for True Freedom. And listen, this isn't just another mindset class. This is a biblical reprogramming for your soul, led by someone who knows exactly what it means to break free, dawnRchurchill. Pastor Dawn survived 9 years of childhood slavery, sex trafficking, and witchcraft brainwashing. But through the power of God's word, she rewired her mind, shattered the lies, and stepped into a life of complete victory. And now she's teaching you to do the same. You'll learn how to identify the subconscious lies keeping you bound, learn how to dismantle trauma-based beliefs and replace them with God's word, rewire your mind for boldness, clarity, and purpose, and walk into absolute freedom. No more cycles, no more strongholds. If you're tired of just coping and you're ready for a complete transformation, don't wait. This is your divine appointment. Secure your spot now and let's break you out of the matrix for good. For registration information, go to dawnRchurchill.org.